All right, shalom, shalom. First and foremost, I want to give all praise, all honor, and all glory to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahushai, Bahashem, Rakakwadash. All right, shalom, shalom. Call halal, Abanawa, Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahushai, Bahashem, Rakakwadash, and double honors to my elders, bishops, and apostles of Great Millstone that do group well, and peace and salutations to the Lord's elect, to the hopeful elect in 1/3, and Adon Ratazah. This lesson will be edifying as well as exhorting to the sincere sheep of Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahushai, Bahashem, Rakakwadash, and the Wa Abanawa, Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahushai, Bahashem, Rakakwadash. Forgive me the inspiration to do this lesson. And as the title reads, get used to trouble because it's here to stay. Okay. Now, I will say this for the body of believers, okay, as myself, as you brothers and very few sincere sisters, all right, of the hopeful elect, do not look at Jacob's trouble as if you're in trouble, okay, because we're coming to the throne boldly under grace, all right, but we're going to speak on this trouble that's coming for Jake, just like how Jeremiah spoke. I believe he prophesied for over 41 years. I can Google it. Okay, but he kept telling Jake, trouble's coming. Trouble, trouble, trouble. So let me share this video with you real quick. Check this out, man. Esau is showing his horns. And let me also add this. I've been thinking about it. There's a reason why they're creating detention centers and not just deporting. That means that they're here to stay. Okay, they're not just deported. Of course, people are getting deported, but you got to ask yourself a question. Why are they creating these centers that are going to house people for a long period of time? All right, which makes me think about the devil shall cast some of you into prison. Okay, but be thou faithful unto death. So let's get right into it, man. Esau Edom is showing his horns. All right, so right here, okay, I got a slew of information to share with you, but we're going to start off with this. This is border official rebukes BASS not leaving LA. Okay, CBP sector chief Greg Bovino, all right, Greg Bovino to LA residents, we don't work for Karen Bass, better get used to us now, this is going to be normal very soon. See that? So this is why I titled it, Get Used to Trouble, because it's here to stay. All right, now check this out. Let's let it play. Let me go here. Oh, give me a second.
Work for Karen Bass, the federal government. The federal government is not leaving LA. I don't work for Karen Bass. The federal government is not leaving LA. I don't work for Karen Bass. The federal government doesn't work for Karen Bass. We're going to be here till that mission's accomplished, as I said, and better get used to us now because this is going to be normal very soon.
Woo! You heard him? This is going to be normal very soon. What's going to be normal? Military presence, checkpoints, military state, police state, concentration camps, Jacob's trouble. This is exactly what Babylon is becoming right before your eyes. Okay? He said, get used to it, because this is going to become normal very soon. And you have to understand that the federal government is different from state officials. Federal is overall. And actually, let me show you, because Tom Hallman, he said, Tom Hallman, I'm going to get a precept. Okay. Matter of fact, let me read the precept as I put this in. Blame. Okay. Got a lot of info for you. So let's go to this real quick. This is, where's my scripture at? Where was I at? Proverbs. This is Proverbs 16:4. The Lord, Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushai, hath made all things for himself, yea, even the wicked for the day of evil. So Esau Edom, okay, outside of his many offices that he's been given, one of them is to be that wicked vessel in the day of evil, in the day of bad time, in the day of Jacob's trouble. So he's fully set to do evil. Remember, it says because sentence against an evil work isn't executed speedily. So Esau Edom, not being in trouble like other men, has created a perfect model citizen of destruction. Okay, is it Ecclesiastes 8:11? Let me see real quick, or 15. Oh, Ecclesiastes 8:11 or Ecclesiastes 8:11 it says, because sentence against an evil work is not executed speedily, meaning judging them immediately. Okay, like there's times past where certain situations happen and judgment played out. All right, but now Esau, Edom, hasn't been given a hand or the cup of the Lord's hand fully. Okay, he's referred to as the virgin daughter of Babylon. He's the hammer of the earth. All right, he's gone around the earth and gotten them drunk with his wine or ideology. So he hasn't been under the hurt locker. He ain't been losing. All right, so he is in a brazen bull spirit, because sentence against an evil work is not executed speedily. Therefore, the heart of the sons of men is fully set in them to do evil. You better get used to it. Okay, let me get it again.
Karen Bass, the federal government doesn't work for Karen Bass. We're going to be here till that mission's accomplished, as I said, and better get used to us now, because this is going to be normal very soon.
You hear that? Now let's look up Karen Bass. Let me see real quick. I just want to see. I think she might be in Northern Kingdom. Karen Bass. Let me see. Let me see real quick. Oh my God, this chick. Oh yeah, it's bad. Well, she's just more than likely just a puppet set up. Okay, but this is who Esau is saying, hey, we don't work for you. Okay, so get used to us being here. And this is also division, because what is she, a mayor? Let's see. What is she? Let's see her office. Oh yeah, she's the mayor of Los Angeles. Okay, so this is a princess. All right, a 71-year-old. What is her nationality? Let me see. What is her nationality? She's married to Jesus. Of course she is. Let me see. I'm just curious of her ethnicity. She could be Northern. Let's see, ethnicity. Let me just see. I'm curious. Is she Colombian? Let me see. Oh, she's a Judite. Okay, so you got a so-called black woman being used as the face to stop Esau, Edom. But this is prophecy, Karen, and this is why he said that to you. He said, we don't work for Karen Bass. Okay, we're the federal government. And let me make this quick point. Tom Hammond, he told the people of America, he said, we're tired of your rhetoric against ICE. You need to blame your Congress. Because if you didn't know, okay, the federal government with Congress initiated ICE to be in a position of power. See, people right now deal with emotion. You look at cops and immediately think that this cop is on his own endeavor. These cops are getting orders. These federal agents are under orders, okay? So the Congress of the United States authorized ICE's authority here in Babylon, ultimately through Yahweh Shemel Shai. So this is what you got to get used to. You got to get used to trouble, because it's here to stay. Prophecy has to be fulfilled. Okay. Now you're getting officers shot at ICE facilities. So now from there, let's go into this. Okay. I asked AI, I said, what does ICE symbolize? Not ICE as an acronym, but ICE just in general. And look at it. ICE as a symbol often represents coldness. This is why what is Elder Apostle Harbin saying? Okay. And it makes sense. Isaiah 19. You're cold as ice, Charlie Murphy. This is a cruel Lord, man. Okay. You have a cruel Lord who is a cold dragon. Isaiah 19:4. Egyptians will I give over into the hand of a cruel Lord. So even Americans are going to have to be dealing with ICE. Okay. Even heathens in America, Babylon, are going to have to be dealing with ICE too. So it ain't just specifically Jake, but Jake will be the target. But you have to look at this for what it is. I believe they just got over 175 billion. Let's ask that. ICE 175. Damn, they sound like they hit the lotto. 175 billion. Let's see. Come on. Based on discussion, 175 billion associated with immigration enforcement. So if they got 175 billion dollars, they ain't going nowhere, Jake. This ain't about to just fly over, okay? This isn't just about to get Hector, okay? They're jumping Victor. No. This is here to stay, man. This is the beginning of sorrows. This is the stage is being set for Jacob's trouble, and Jacob's trouble is expensive. Alligator Alcatraz costs $450 million. to build one detention center. So if you took $450 million and you divided it by 175 billion, that would be equivalent to, I believe, 377 or 373 more detention centers that they could build if they use this money specifically on just detention centers. You see that? So there's what, 50 to 51, 52 states? They could build 50 detention centers for each state, and then they can use military bases, and then they could use local jails as processing centers, and then they can house the worst of the worst in these detention centers. This ain't going nowhere, man, okay, until ultimate prophecy will be fulfilled after the mandatory marking, which will be the nuclear destruction of Babylon, okay? So let's continue, all right, because I got a lot of points, and I don't want to miss any of it. Isaiah 19:4, all right, which also proves why you're going to see Egyptian versus Egyptian. Isaiah 19:4, and the Egyptians will I give over into the hand of a cruel Lord, a cold Lord, and a fierce king shall rule over them, saith the Lord, Yahweh Bashemel Shai of hosts. And that's what you got right now. You got a cruel Lord, you got a fierce Lord, you got a cold Lord, okay? And ice represents coldness. Ice represents indifference. You can't speak with Esau. He's indifferent. Okay. Can that which is crooked be made straight? Okay. Let me see real quick. Let me put that in real quick. That which is crooked can't be made straight. Let's go to Ecclesiastes real quick. All right. This is what you're dealing with. Let's go to Ecclesiastes 1 and 15, since I got that real quick. Uno y quince. Ice coming. And if Ice, hey, if you got to deal with him, just deal with him. You know, you ain't got to get off me. All right. Agree with your adversary quickly. Ecclesiastes 1 and 15, that which is crooked cannot be made straight. He's indifferent. Okay. He's set up to be this way. This is his role. This is his part in the movie. That which is crooked cannot be made straight, and that which is wanted cannot be numbered. See? So he's been created to be the vessel of dishonor. This is what he's supposed to be doing. Okay? Who was the preacher of Ecclesiastes? King Solomon. King Solomon was. Sometimes I click on these. Yep, King Solomon. Okay, let me keep going before I get myself distracted. Coldness, Esau. Indifference, Esau. Isolation. Wait, idol. You're going to be idled, offered to idols. And even death or destruction. See that? So Esau is death. Wait a minute. Let me get that. He's death, right? Let's go to John 10 and 10. Ooh, let me get that. John 10 and 10. I'm going to try to hit all these real quick. I know Jake's got a short attention span. There's so many videos, so many things going out. I just want to get all these points for you, get all the meat off the bone. John 10 and 10. The thief cometh not, but for to steal. He's going to steal you. He's going to steal your land, going to steal your inheritance, going to steal your identity, going to steal your women, going to steal your children. But for to steal and to kill and to destroy. See what it say ice represents? It represents death and destruction, death and destroy. But since thou hast not hated blood, blood shall pursue thee. So isn't it funny that ice symbolizes ice, not as in the acronym, but ice as in itself. Your cold is ice, baby. Coldness, indifference, isolation, and even death and destruction. Well, we've already been foretold. It says the thief, Esau, the thief cometh not. Real quick, I got to say this because it just came to my mind. But it also says that the chariots are going to enter the house of the thief. So as Esau, Edom, stealing us, killing us, as we're found in his hands, he's going to be found guilty. Okay, he that stealeth the man, he that stealeth the man. Let me get that real quick. He that stealeth the man. Let me go here. Duplicate. Exodus 21 and 16. 21. Let me see. 21 16, I believe. Exodus 21. Okay. I'm not Spanish, but it's on my spirit to say those numbers. I can't speak it fluently. Exodus 21 and 16. And he that stealeth the man, the thief cometh not for to steal. And he that stealeth the man. Ay, Dios mío. I've watched videos of Esau separating husband from wives because that's actually the Insurrection Act. Why is he taking men? Okay, but soon they'll be taking women and children. But right now he's specifically taking men, which is also reminds me of Isaiah 10, where he will pretty much target the widows and the fatherless. So he's taking the men. He's taking Jake men away from the Jake women. And he that stealeth the man and selleth him, or if he be found in his hand, he shall surely be put to death. So that's ultimately what's coming for Esau, Edom, but he has a part to play that further condemns him for the judgment that's been prophesied against him. It says, John 10:10, the thief cometh not, but for to steal and to kill and to destroy. But remember, the Lord kills and makes alive. So Esau can't kill us unless the Lord says we die. But we die all the day long. So now what? But that's why there's 2/3. This is why it's Jacob's trouble. It's not the elect's trouble. It's trouble. But he, being of the elect, will be saved out of it. And the he, representing the elect, the 144,000 Israelite men, 12,000 from each tribe. And within the elect, there is a 1/3, which consists of men, women, and children. See? It says, and to destroy, I am come that they might have life and that they might have it more abundantly. See? So this is why you as an Israelite, you would be foolish not to be cleaving to Yahweh Shemel Shai, calling on Yahweh Shemel Shai. Motherfucker Christ, fuck Jesus, okay? I don't know what you're out here thinking with your black, brown ass, all right? You got a lot of weird ass jakes that know they're Israelites that are doing their own things. You're just a barbecue stain at the table. You're calling on God, Jesus, and Christ. That ain't about to get you nowhere, okay? Let me go. Esau put your ass in slavery in the name of Jesus. What are you thinking? Anyway. It says ice can also symbolize rigidity, stagnation. Oh, wow, that's funny. And the absence of emotion. That's exactly what you're dealing with. Esau has the absence of emotion. Okay? He's not the vet. Let me get it. It is just on my spirit to grab a precept to explain this. He is absent of emotion. He's like a Michael Myers mask. He lacks emotion, which the Michael Myers mask was actually replicated from William Shatner's face, and then they just dyed it white. But Romans 9 and what is that? 9 and 10. Where is it? This is Romans 9 and right in my face, isn't it? 17. Let me see. Power, mercy. There it is. Romans 9 and 21. It says, has not the potter power over the clay of the same lump to make one vessel unto honor and another unto dishonor? Absence of emotion. Remember, the mercy. Let me grab it. Proverbs 12. I think it's 12. 12 y 10. Proverbs 12 and 10. Proverbs 12 and 10. A righteous man regardeth the life of his beast, but the tender mercy of the wicked is cruel. Absent of emotion. You better not beg this man. You better, oh, please me the way. He loves that shit, okay? He wants you to beg for your life while he takes it. Don't give him the satisfaction. If your lot is to die, then we die manfully. Adwan Ratazah, okay? Then we die manfully. All right, let's go back. See what ice symbolizes absence of emotion or connection. He has no connection with us. In some contexts, that's all we want. Okay, so now let me take this out. Or actually, I'll leave it. Okay, so I got that part. So this is the Edomite right here who said, get used to it. Trouble's here to stay. Well, he said, we're here to stay, but we're analyzing it and dissecting it prophetically. So what he said, and I'm going to let him say it again. Come on, Esau, you got it. Let me go right here. Let this white man speak. Oh.
Leaving LA. I don't work for Karen Bass. The federal government doesn't work for Karen Bass.
That's
We're going to be here
right.
till that mission's accomplished, as I said. And the federal government is not.
He got a job to do. Esau has a job to do. This is prophecy, just like it's the Most High's chip. This is the Most High's sword. Okay, he's got a job to do. Stop being emotional. Let his ass do his job. Okay. Come on now.
Government doesn't work for Karen Bass.
That's
We're
right.
going to be here till that mission's accomplished.
You hear that? The government don't work for a nigga woman. That's what he's telling you. Karen Bass is a light, bright nigga woman that's been set up. She's probably a Masonette. She's probably from the Eastern Star Mason Lodge. Okay, look, 1447. Al-Ratazah, the elect is sealed. But it's all smoke and mirrors. The world's a stage, but they have a mission. Okay, and their mission is to kill, steal, and destroy. John 10 and 10. And he was blessed with the sword. He's fully set in his lot. This is his role. You know, he's a dedicated actor. Okay, let this man get his reward. Come on, damn it.
And better get used to us now, because this is going to be normal very soon.
Woo! Now from there, I had looked this up. Before I get that, I had said, oh yeah, I forgot about this. Y'all remember Jade Helm? Y'all remember Jade Helm? Now, Jade Helm was a military exercise conducted in 2015 that was focusing on realistic military training in rural areas. Okay, so they were doing realistic military training in like urban areas, city. Okay, why? Because this is what's getting ready to take place. Okay, Jade Helm. All right, that's what they called it. And then Esau, he covered up Jade Helm with the soundtrack Jade Helm on Call of Duty by a band called Revenge Sevenfold. Sound familiar? Don't that sound like Cain's descendant? 7 times sevenfold. See, so it's all connected, man. Okay, and look, they're at the border. Texas is a major state of a border crossing. Okay, so what do you think they're getting ready for? Let's do Jade Helm military exercise in what would I put? Military exercise training for combat in inner cities. Let's just see what comes up. Let's go here. Let's see what they got for me. Come on, quickly. Jade Helm military exercise specifically was a real-world multi-state training exercise. See? Because there are going to be issues in multiple different states with the same problems, and they need to be able to maneuver through civilian population. You see that? They even did exercises where pregnant women were holding guns. They're getting ready, man. And they're getting ready to lock down their own people. All right? This is Jacob's trouble, baby. It says the primary goal of the exercise was to train soldiers in skills necessary for operating in overseas combat environments, including maneuvering through civilian populations. Okay? And what populations are that? Right here in the good old US of A. However, the exercise became the subject of extensive conspiracy theories, which claimed it was a covert effort to institute martial law. Jacob's trouble, excuse me, I'm excited, or prepare for an invasion or a takeover of certain U.S. states, particularly Texas, which I believe Texas is a Gadite word for friend, because before Esau took over, the northern referred to the other northerns as friends. You can look it up on yourself. It's just on my spirit to give out fun facts if I know them. But right here, it says institute martial law or Jacob's trouble. When you declare martial law, you do not have a constitutional right or privileges, okay? Which then now brings in curfews, checkpoints, and I'm gonna go to that, all right? And it says these theories gain traction, particularly due to concerns about the exercise scale and scope, along with some maps used in the exercise that label areas of Babylon as hostile territories. Exactly, okay? So what they did was, no, this is just an exercise that we plan on when we invade another country. No, they're going to invade themselves, i.e. American people, okay? And they're using Jake, which is prophecy, Jacob's trouble as well, as an excuse to put their military and get everything set. See how he did that to you, Esau? Hey, Esau, you see what he did? He used niggas and spics to bring in military right next door to you, and now you sitting back drinking a Coca-Cola thinking you're fine, not knowing that Esau's the red horse and he wages war even against himself. There's an EWO that he's attempting to bring in, the Edomite world order. Now that I said that, remember this movie? Gray State. Remember this? All right, where they took this guy out. They took this guy out, but this movie showed you what the military was going to do, and they also showed you guillotines. They showed you the mark of the beast, and they showed you Ema. Okay, concentration. Now that I said that, let's go into this. Let's do this first. I asked, what is a military state versus police state? It says a military state and police state are both forms of authoritarian governments. Authoritarian governments. Wait a minute. That reminds me of something I read in Revelations, the 13th chapter. In Revelations, the 13th chapter, I know you brothers know, and I know you sisters know, but we got to read it again. Revelations 13:11, and I beheld another beast, another power, another empire coming up. This beast is also the little horn in Revelations, the 7th chapter, that came out from Britain, okay? and it plucked up the three horns, all right, which was Spanish, French, and British, to establish their empire, which we have today, which was the conception of Babylon. And I beheld another beast coming up out of the earth, and he had two horns like a lamb and spake as a dragon or draconian. All right. And this is what you're witnessing. He said, get used to it. Get used to it. It says, but they differ in holds of power and who controls. Military state. Definition: a government controlled directly by the military. Reminds me of the movie Siege. Remember the movie Siege with Bruce Willis and Denzel? Get your hands off me. Well, in that movie, Bruce Willis' character was a army general or whatever he was, but he was running New York City. Let me actually look that up. Let's ask that. It's 175 billion. Woo wee. In the movie The Siege, did Bruce Willis, which Bruce Willis got dementia right now, Bruce Willis character control and New York, NYC. Let's see what they got. Let's see what they say. It's acting a little slow. Yes. See that? Yes. In the movie The Siege, Bruce Willis' character, Babylon's army general William Devereux, sounds French, is put in command of New York City after martial law is declared, following escalating T attacks in the city. President declares Jacob's trouble and sends Babylonian troops led by the general onto the streets of New York under his authority. The military occupies and seals off areas like Brooklyn and detains individuals of Middle Eastern descent, South American descent, patois. Okay, see that? So you can have in Jacob's trouble what they call martial law being ruled over by the military. And isn't Trump also commander in chief? Isn't that a military office? Now let's continue. Okay, let's continue. So we just explained that. That's also being the cruel lord. Okay, who's in charge? Military leaders, group of military officers. Civilian government is suspended and heavily influenced. Martial law declared. Military often handles law enforcement. See? All right. Oh, look. May arise after a coup d'etat. Okay, so it's going to go from a coup de matata to a coup d'etat. And is a coup d'etat also prophesied? Why, yes, it is. Let's go to that real quick. KJV 16:11. Come on, look at this. Look at how the prophecies are jumping off the page. Okay, 2nd Ezra 16. Okay, so people are going to fight back, which is a sedition. People are going to fight back because someone is calling for sedition, meaning do not give in to ICE. Okay, but guess what? When we see Esau, ICE. All right, let me get this. 2nd Ezra 16, and one people shall stand up to fight against another. This is where is it? Is it 15? Oh, it might be 15. Let me see. Okay, yeah, it is 15. Excuse me. Let me go into this. Let me go into this. It's 15. Okay, let me go back. 15. Exodus, 2nd Ezra 15 and 16 are powerful, man. This is 2nd Ezra 15 and 16. For there shall be sedition. The word sedition means to speak about going against another authority. Okay, for there shall be sedition among men and invading one another. Coup d'etat. They shall not regard their kings, presidents, nor princes, mayors or governors, and the course of their actions shall stand in their power. So all you're going to need is the right situation. Okay, all you're going to need is the right situation, and you're going to have people trying to fight back, fight against. All right, this is why they were pushing to fund the police, because they wanted the general public of people in Babylon to look at the powers that be as a opposition that they could fight against. So now Esau will look as he has to defend himself, and he has to beef up his federal agents to protect themselves, because you have an attempt of authority or overthrow of the standing government. What a perfect play. Give a hand to Esau. What a perfect play. So dumb niggas, which are fulfilling prophecy, but be dumb niggas, go on the street, try to fight against them, bring your torta, okay, and think that your sign is going to be a sign of victory against the Lord's sword and watch you get cut down. Didn't we say through the Spirit, this is why we told y'all not to be making mirth, because the sword is getting ready? Haven't we been saying that? Haven't we been saying that Esau is getting ready? He said, look, bitch, we're here to stay. Excuse my language, but I'm just saying what they saying PC wise. It's going to get rough. It's going to be loud. It's going to be harsh. It's going to be crude. It's going to be rigid. It is not going to be pretty for the people of Babylon. But this is why it's been a blessing for us being a living sacrifice, being already dead, not trying to seek our own life, okay? Because now is the time to lock in to what you've been doing for the Lord, having faith, having hope. So when this judgment comes, you can go before it boldly. You know, why? Here it is. You've been doing the best of your ability, trying to be in the right spirit, trying to be better than you were yesterday, you know, being in order, getting the doctrine, reading, praying. And now we're going to be afraid of Jacob's trouble. What are we doing here? It says, Hebrews, you know, without faith, you can't please him. So we got faith, man, you know. Now let's go into this. What's a police state? Now the police state is a little different. You already are in a police state, AI police state, CCTV police state, carbon footprint police state, biometric facial recognition police state, okay? This is what gray state police state was all about. Boom. All right. This is what he was telling you. And then they offed him. Okay. This is what he was telling you. Wait a minute. Gray State came out in 2015, but Jade Helm was also held in 2015. Where my conspiracy theorists at? You see? Put it all together. Now, this was 10 years ago, like the movie They Live. Did you know in the movie They Live, they also mentioned that their plan would take place in 2025? They live. Look, They Live 2025. Let's see. Let me see. Let me ask AI. AI is being a reader. Let me ask. Okay, maybe. Oh, is it gonna say right here? Okay, let me just ask this. They Live. What did the movie mention about 2025? Let's see. Specifically, some interpretations and analysts of the movie suggest that by 2025, the aliens, the elites, okay, aliens just means stranger, the elites depicted in the film would have gained total control over the earth. Look at that. A movie that came out in 1988, damn near 37 years ago, stated by 2025, they would have total control. Bitch, get used to it, because this is the new normal. And this ain't just it, okay? They got a plan to govern the world, all right? This is why Esau is head honcho in Psalms 83, okay? Psalms 83. So they plan on locking the world down, universal basic income, biometric scanning, tracking you, keeping you, holding you. This is what they want to do, okay? So isn't that funny? Here's another fun fact for you. In a movie that came out in 1988, they stated by 2025, they'd have total control over the earth. Huh. Things that make you say, right? Okay, let's keep going. Police state. Who's in charge? Can be a civilian, blah, blah, blah. We don't need that. Heavy surveillance of citizens. Let me give you a precept. Heavy surveillance of citizens sounds like Psalms 32 and 37. Or is it 37 and 32? Yep, it's 37. I always do that. Psalms 37 and 32. Psalms 37, security of those who trust in the Lord and insecurity of the wicked. Exactly. There's so many precepts we could be reading. Psalms 37 and 32. The wicked watcheth the righteous and seeketh to slay him. Wait a minute. That sounds like a police state. Look at that. Heavy surveillance of citizens. Oh, wait a minute. Oldie but Goldie. What's that? Psalms 10. He sitteth in lurking places. That's all Esau does. Psalms 10 and 8. He sitteth in lurking places of the villages. In the secret places does he murder the innocent. His eyes are privily set against the poor. See? He lieth in wait secretly as a less ice right now. He lieth in wait secretly as a lion. And remember what ice means: cold, absence of emotion, indifference, even death and destruction. Woo-wee. It says he lieth in wait secretly as a lion in his den. He lieth in wait to catch the poor. He does catch the poor when he draweth him into his net. See? You see? Let's keep going. It's all right here. Political repressive censorship. Yep. So what is that? Martial law. He's gonna Egyptian versus Egyptian, overthrowing civil authority. Arbitrary arrest, lack of legal protection. Yep, the martial law. Police force, not military, are main tool of control. Well, why did they militarize the police? Why did the IDF come to New York City and train police? Did y'all know that? Why did MLF come to America? Did you want to come to America? IDF, or is it IMF? No, International Monetary Fund. No, IDF, Israel Defense Forces. Yes, IDF trains NYPD. Let's see what we got. Yes, Khan. Look at AI said Khan, big Khan. There is a relationship between Amalek and Edomites and NYPD involving training and information. Boom. So why did Amalek, who is a military, come and train police who are just civil authorities? You see that? You see? Are we putting it together here? Okay. So I just wanted to read that real quick. You can see, but we got precepts and prophecies to put it all together. And I asked this: what is a sea camp? A sea camp is a place where the government detains large numbers of people. 2 Ezra 5, you should be taken in a large number, okay? Often without fair trial. Let me sum it up. Let me sum it up with Revelations. Can I get it? Revelations 2. And while Jake is yelling out reparations, we read in Revelations 2:10. Fear none of those things which thou shalt suffer. Exactly. For you brothers and sisters, what you got fear? You ain't got to pay rent no more. I'm making light of it, but you know what I'm saying? When you really think about it, okay, we're gonna be walking out. We're gonna walk out like Cuban Gooding Jr. did. Let me see. I don't know this out. Cuba Gooding Jr. Watch. Let me show you. Arrested. Let me show you. This how you should be. You ain't gonna be tripping. What you tripping for? You see? Look, he's smiling. Okay, they took me. Look, they took me. I got the Lord. I got Yahweh Shema Shai. You know, let's get it over with. You know, they came and took Yahweh Shai. Then he said it's fulfilled. It's done. You know, let it happen, man. Look, you got me. You came to work and you took me. All right. Okay, nigga. Anyways, excuse me for my blatantness in speech. Revelations 2:10, fear none of those things which thou shalt suffer. Behold, the devil, Edom, shall cast some of you into prison camps, that ye may be tried. And what are they going to try you with? What are they going to try you with, brothers? They're going to try you with the mark, being idled. Ice symbolizes isolation, being idled, offered to things, to idols, tried, and ye shall have tribulation, oppressing, 10 days, a certain period of time. Be thou faithful unto death, even if death is presented before you, and death will be presented because of Rev 20:4. Even if death is being presented before you, okay, all right, okay. It says, be thou faithful unto death, and I will give thee a crown of life. That's what we want. We want the crown of life, okay? It says, mass detention of civilians, political opponents, minority groups. Harsh conditions included overcrowding, poor sanitation, forced labor, lack of adequate food or medical care. Often involves abuse, torture, or systematic killing. That's Revelations 20. That's Rev 20:4 right there. Let me read it for you. Okay? This is why there's going to be those had in derision that give in to Esau's fear taxes, that give into the mark. Okay? Because that's what's coming next. That's what's coming next. Why did ICE ankle bracelet monitor 4.5 million Jakes? Why are they giving out bracelet barcodes? Why did Trump say we need a Visa biometric entry exit tracking system? See, it's going to be on land, sea, and air. See, put it all together. Rev 20:4, 24. And I saw thrones, and they that sat upon them, and judgment was given unto them. And I saw the souls of them that were beheaded for the witness of Yahweh Shai, and for the word of Yahweh, and which had not worshipped the beast, neither his image, neither had received his mark upon their foreheads or in their hands. And they lived and reigned with a Mashiach 1,000 years. And 1,000 years is John seeing the very first day in the kingdom, because one day to the Lord is 1,000 years to us. Okay, that doesn't mean that we rule for 1,000 years and then we die. John saw the first day, the first 1,000 year in our kingdom. All right. So let me see what else I got. Okay, got that. Oh, yep. Look, did you also know during World War II that they had these camps right here in Babylon for Moabites? For Ammonites. For Ammonites, did you know that? During World War II, did you know that there was race wars? There was also, if it was martial law, let's fact check ourselves. Let me get my caps off. During World War II was martial law declared. And why was it declared? Because there was an attack declared. What the hell? There was an attack on Babylon's port. Martial law declared. See? So during World War II, martial law was declared. Camps were set up. All right. Race wars were going on. See? So it's going to be a culmination. It's going to be a culmination. So all it's going to take is someone to so-called attack Babylon, a double F, and he's going to blame everybody. Okay? Because an attack on the king is like an attack on the king himself. And then you just had NATO push Article 5, which they're getting ready for the Third World War. Okay, so a lot of things are happening in real time. So let me make sure I got everything. Okay, yep, that was another day. That was another lesson. Okay, yep, we got what ice symbolizes. We got Gregory Bavino. You know, I'm just curious. I just want to see name meaning. I'm just curious, you know. That's what we do. We just look things up. Just want to see. Oh, bovino. Oh, bovine. That's why they say bovine when you look at the ingredients on your food. Cattle, sheep, goyim. You know, just being a little spiritual. We got what he said right here. He ain't going nowhere because the Lord set him up. Oh, yes. And then this. Malowski. What is his name again? Malinsky. I think his real name is Malinsky. Let me look that up for you. I don't like making a statement without proving it. Yeah. Okay. Let's put a real name. Milinsky. Let me see. Look at that. Yep. Milikalinsky. All right. He's a Teeman. Amalek. Let me see. Yep. True name of the family originally had surname Milikalinsky. Okay. There you go. All right. There you go. So now let me get this quick point. Don't you find this funny? Don't you find this suspicious? Amalek nominates Nero for Nobel Peace Prize. Now let me get that in Psalms 55. Peace Prize. Ain't that funny? Peace. When they say peace, when they shall say peace, then sudden destruction. Psalms 55:20. He has put forth his hand against such as be at peace with him. He has broken his covenant. The words of his mouth were smoother than butter, but war was in his heart. His words were softer than oil, yet were they drawn swords. See? No. He's a peaceable individual. He's a peaceable man. But when they shall say peace, then sudden destruction. Got the jade helm, got the gray state, got that. Okay, so that's the lesson. I just put a few things together. And, I just wanted to share it with you, brothers. And you very few sincere sisters, what we're witnessing is ultimately prophecy, ultimately Jacob's trouble, and ultimately the elect will be saved out of it. And I have to read Jeremiah just real quick. This is why Daniel's 12. Jeremiah 30:7, alas, for that day is great. You see that? For alas, that day is great, intense, so that none is like it. It is even a time of Jacob's trouble. But what? But the elect shall be saved out of it, okay? The elect man, the elect lady, and the elect children of Israel. So we don't need to worry. We don't need to fret, okay? I have faith that Yahweh Shem Shai is going to deliver us. And it's prophecy. Why would he not? It's prophecy. Prophecy already lets us know. So have faith. Keep holding on. Keep calling on Yahweh Shem Shai while he may be found, okay? And keep exercising that faith muscle while you watch prophecy play out. So I pray that this lesson was edifying. It was also comforting and enlightening. I pray Yahweh Shai's sheep are being fed. And I just want to say, call halal, Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem, Rakak Wadash. Double honors to my elders, bishops, and apostles of Great Millstone that do well. Peace, safety, and salutations to the Lord's elect. With that being said, shalom.